When I was 4th grade at school here in Bulgaria, school started serving free lunch for the kids, only for the little kids, and that consisted of one piece of bread spread with a little bit of butter and a piece of very low quality ham, sometimes a tea, sometimes milk, sometimes nothing. So this is it up to this day. Sometimes the kids just get an apple, but let's see what do the kids get around the world for school breakfast.
Whether carrying a brown bag from home, picking up a tray from the lunch person, or serving up the food themselves, lunchtime at school can be one of the most important parts of a child's day. Let's
Pancakes.
around the world eat for lunch.
Who puts salty stuff on the pancake?
Students can expect up to a 4-course meal at lunch. They begin with
4-course meal. France is rich.
a salad of fresh veg, followed by quality protein like salmon with a side of roasted broccoli. They would
Salmon, just let's stop there. Salmon is a food that's here in my country is so expensive that I dare to say that only the folks who have quite a lot of money can buy this, let's say once a month or twice a month. Kids are getting this for free in France.
wouldn't be French without a course of soft cheeses, jam, and fresh bread. And kids finish with a sweet confection like marzipan before heading back to class.
That marzipan looked very strange. So that meal in France was top notch. I would give it 10 out of 10.
Served healthy meals, they serve them. To teach healthy cooking, kids take turns helping to cook, serve, and clean up for their peers. Meals are heavy on rice, vegetables, and fish. Students in Nigeria.
Now, the Japan meal looked again 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, and the idea of making the kids learning, teaching them how to prepare their own food is amazing. We should all adopt this. At least my country doesn't even consider it. Nigeria.
Are fed well-balanced meals each day. Meals could include smoky, tomatoey jollof rice with chicken and steamed veg. Finland.
I have no friends from Nigeria. I really want to know if this is the food that they eat there. People around the world, everyone says Nigeria is poor, Nigeria is poor. Nigeria's kids, if they really eat that at school, they eat better than probably 90% of the Bulgarian kids.
Finland was the first country in the world to provide free lunch to every student, and the law ensures high nutrition standards. Veggies like beetroot salad and roasted turnips take up at least half the plate. Starches and grains such as a crepe topped with slightly tart lingonberry jam take up 1/4, and
Finland, known for their educational system where no one drops off. I see the reason why. It's the food, man. It's the food. This right here on this plate is something that we get served in quality restaurants in here.
a protein such as haranuko, a split pea soup topped with smoked ham, takes up the other. Crisp bread is served on the side.
Nowadays kids get it easy.
Eat off steel trays sectioned out for perfect portion sizes. The bigger section is for rice, the circle holds soup, and the smaller portions are for tangy, spicy kimchi, some veggies, and meat like marinated strips of pork shoulder called jeukbukkeum.
Putting the food in different sections is quite important for the child's development. So kudos to Korea for doing that.
With a large Orthodox population in Ethiopia, meals are largely plant-based. An array of foods like spicy lentils, zucchini, and yellow split pea soup called kik alicha are eaten with injera, a fermented flatbread.
Okay, so this fermented flatbread, which I called pancake at the beginning of this video, or crepe, is just like a plate
Thanks to the
that you can eat.
Farm to School program, kids in Hawaii can expect meals made from scratch with local fresh ingredients. Such
Hawaii.
as stir fry with veggies and fresh baked bread on the side.
Another 10 out of 10 meal. Ukrainian kids. So Ukrainian people that come in here in Bulgaria, when they get into schools, they feel like we have something against them just because we serve them bad food. No, everyone here eats bad food. Let's see what do they eat.
Hearty beef-based soup with cabbage and red beans
Borscht.
with a vibrant color, followed by
Disgusting.
like grilled sausages with potato and cheese stuffed dumplings called vareniki. They finish sweet with a shortbread biscuit.
Shortbread biscuit. This was exactly what we call biscuit in Bulgaria, cause Americans call biscuit something that's salty. No thanks. Biscuits are sweet.
This could include a gooey grilled cheese on crunchy whole grain bread with creamy tomato soup.
Again, no wonder why the Americans are fat.
And a brownie for dessert before heading back to class.
Brownie for dessert. Brownie for dessert is a dessert only for people who train sports on a daily basis. Do not eat your filthy brownies.
Run to the cafeteria to receive a 2-course meal, and if these kids reside in Rome, the meal must by law be 70% organic. Primo is the pasta course, while protein and a veg like grilled chicken with a tasty mozzarella and tomato salad is served for secondo.
Typical Italy food.
Thai students receive the most nutritional lunches in all of Asia. Kids can expect a balanced meal like grilled chicken, rice, and an antioxidant-packed spicy sweet green papaya salad.
That's a damn good meal, man. Damn good meal for people who work out. There you have the proteins, the carbs, and some starch.
Monthly fee of about 70 cents per day for children to receive a box lunch. Inside,
Ew, mushrooms.
food is a constitutional right in Brazil.
Brazil.
Schools are required to provide students with healthy meals with
Interesting food.
ingredients sourced from local farmers.
This is something we call omelette in Bulgaria. Yeah, in French, omelette. You fromage. Or whatever.
School with a tiffin box, a stackable metal container filled with a home-cooked meal. What's inside depends on the region. Northern Indian kids might enjoy parathas, seasoned flaky bread accompanied with bundi raita.
Okay, since I know I have Indian viewers, can you guys tell me if you get the food for free at school? That awu paratha looks great.
Gram flour balls floating in a sea of spiced yogurt. Kids in Guatemala go home for lunch, where they'll eat dishes like pasta in a tomato sauce with beets and tortillas.
Okay, so kids in Guatemala go home for lunch. So they do not get served, but do they get like time off from school? And they tell them, you have 15 minutes to go back home, eat and get back to school.
With classes 6 days a week, school in Israel finishes before lunchtime, but kids do bring a shot isser, a morning meal,
6 days a week, kids in Israel are studying.
which could be a small snack.
Here it's 5 days, like normal people.
Kids in Trinidad and Tobago might be served rich and gelatinous oxtail stew for lunch,
Ugh, that's disgusting.
with shreds of roti,
Probably it's tasty, but looks disgusting.
like steamed broccoli alongside wok-fried pork slices and white rice.
Okay, that's actually pretty healthy, but I definitely wouldn't feel my belly full if I lived in Hong Kong.
A kid in the UK might be served baked cod fingers with a hot jacket potato, a heaping side of beans, and a handful of chocolate biscuits for dessert.
How do you eat beans on breakfast? Beans every time in every meal. Also, this potato is a typical thing for England that recently started getting into Bulgaria as well. Not that we didn't eat baked potatoes like this, but recently places started opening that serve exactly this potato that you can see on the screen. And if you eat beans for breakfast and beans for, I don't know, lunch, I cannot imagine the smell around you.
In Mexico, instead of a meal, kids might bring along a morning snack such as a torta layered with spicy bean dips, ham,
Spicy beans for breakfast. What a tasty snack.
eat lunch outside, bringing food from home or buying meals from a cafeteria or street vendor. Food can include classic takeaway comforts like a sausage roll, pork sausage wrapped snugly in puff pastry, with a couple sweet chocolate biscuits called Tim Tams for dessert.
Okay, we do not have Tim Tams, but it looks similar to what we have in here. And the fried sausage thingy, it's something like we do have things that we call breakfast. Say, we call everything breakfast here in Bulgaria. You can go outside and say, I'm going for breakfast, and you go and see 30 of these fried thingies, different with cheese, with yellow cheese. Yes, we do have yellow cheese in Bulgaria with sausages, and we call everything breakfast. I'm gonna buy a cheap breakfast.
Norwegian schools don't have cafeterias, so kids bring a light lunch from home, which could include an open-faced sandwich with liverwurst, a sausage of pork liver blended with coriander and mace.
The food of my childhood.
Close to pate and is accompanied by toppings like mustard and cheese.
I feel like I wanna puke right now.
Although students bring a home-cooked lunch,
It reminds me of my childhood food.
don't contact parents if meals don't err on the healthy side. Kids might bring a lugosht, a stew of lamb and potatoes paired with roti and a sweet and creamy mango lassi in the summer.
Oh, lassi. Okay, we saw some pretty good and some very disgusting foods at school. What do you guys get at school? With this said, huge thanks to everyone who subscribes, and especially big thanks to those who click the join button and send super thanks. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.